Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to Too Hard to Swallow the podcast. Your boy Mo the Magnificent in the flesh with my main man KG here. KG, tell me about you.
What's going on? It's your boy KG, the Grizzly Silverback, doing it to you in your ear hole. We ain't gonna tell you nothing but the truth. That's what the name of the show is. Too hard to swallow. The truth that is. Me and my partner, we just coming to you in the WWW. These just regular conversations we be having. So please don't try to take nothing as personal. All you fact checkers out there, relax. You know what I'm saying? These are opinions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? We don't mind. That's what the show is all about. We just want to reach out to y'all. A lot of people just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? This thing we call life and don't realize it's a one-way trip. You can't get out alive, baby. So, we just talking to y'all, just sharing with y'all some of our experiences. And, hopefully y'all can learn vicariously. For those that don't know, that means y'all can learn through our experiences. You know what I'm saying? Without actually having to experience it yourself. So today, what we talking about, Kim?
Hey, man, this is all personal opinion.
Personally, this is how
Most
we
of it's
feel.
fact,
Yeah, this is how
but a
we
lot of
feel.
it's personal opinion. He got his opinion, like Bon B say, Pimp C got his opinion, I got my opinion. And they might
Absolutely.
always be the same. So
Yeah. But the
today,
truth gonna be close to the same thing though. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah, it's
So
two
if the
sides of
shoe
that
fit,
coin.
put it on, strap it up, and go for it. Go for a
Tie
job.
them boots up.
Yeah, you know what
No,
I'm saying? Because we gonna strike a lot of nerves today. That's not what we trying to do, but sometimes we gotta open them closet doors. We hide too many secrets in the family. And that's what we talking about. This is a continuation from our show last week. For
yes,
those that follow us, we were
yes, sir.
talking about the kids and like how ungrateful and how disrespectful these children are, and
This
like,
younger generation.
yeah, and so we really trying to, grab them up by the bootstrap and give them a wake up call. But a lot of the time we the problem as the adults and the elders, as the fathers and the mothers. Today we're gonna talk about the mothers. So
Right,
ladies, you know what I'm saying? For those of you that are mothers, you know what I'm saying, don't take this personal.
right.
We don't put no voodoo on us, you know what I'm saying? Don't throw your stank on us. None of that. You know what I'm saying? But we just tell you how we feel. We both fathers. I have one. How many you got? About five, six, man.
About about you gotta get a roundabout number,
Yeah.
boy. I'm good for three, bro.
Yeah. I'm just
Anything over
messing
and
with you.
above that, man, I ain't got nothing to
Yeah.
do with
We
it.
both grandfathers, so get off into that. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying? I
how
got one.
many you got?
One. You
I
know what I'm
got
saying?
five. I
Shout
got
out to
four. I
Maverick.
got four,
Yeah.
and one on the way. You know
Shout
what I'm
out to
saying?
Maverick, my grandbaby. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Absolutely. So this is what we doing today, ladies.
Okay.
We we
So,
really feel well, I'm gonna put it on me. I
bro,
feel
bro, let me slow you down for a second.
okay,
I
cause
know
it's
you ready to get in it,
yeah,
bro,
this
but
tequila on me,
hey,
dog.
yeah. But we just want to send a prayer out for all the victims of the Allen shooting,
Oh yeah.
that tragedy that happened right up the street from where we are.
Moment of
A
silence.
moment of silence for him,
And we back.
and we back, just like that. But and we have a tie to Grambling State University. Shout out to Urban Walker III, praying he gets better. He had to go through surgery. He was out there, just happened to drive up, and the shooter shot him. But but Lord's grace, he made it. I don't know him personally, but he's a Grambling State uh
Alumni.
family alum, you know.
Okay.
So shout out to
Okay.
Grambling State. Shout out to Irvin Walker, boy. Get well soon, man, and praying
Uh,
for everybody else.
yeah, and shout out to all the silk shelter and closed in. Shout out to my boy Hugh Washington. He over there doing his thing, trying to recover from a massive heart attack. I'm praying for you, buddy. Colossus Rubelotti, for those that know him
All of
by his
that.
street name. Get better, get well soon. Um, yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of sadness going on in the world. I mean, we really could just talk about that all, the whole show.
Boy,
You know what I'm
easily,
saying?
easily.
But the thing of it is, that glass, where they talk about half full, half empty. It's easy to look at it and say it's half empty. That's for those ungrateful bastards that see what they don't have. But for those that's grateful, they see it as half
And know what they
full.
got.
It's half full because
Yeah,
you couldn't. The glass could be all the way empty. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And not have nothing. And then on the flip side, it can be all the way full, but it can be all the way full with something you don't need. You know what I'm saying? Like some motor oil or transmission fluid. You know what I'm saying? So, recognize your blessings when they come to you. So we're gonna get off into the show today.
So we call this one a mother's influence. And like my main man was saying a couple of seconds ago, we piggybacking it off the one that we had a couple of weeks ago talking about these badass children. You know what I'm saying? And
Beat that
and got a few comments from here and there. Have one woman, just had a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? But that's her personal opinion. So like we said, we're gonna talk about the fathers at probably the next show. But today we're gonna talk about a mother's influence. My main man got a nice bit to say about it.
I mean, my story is just a story.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna talk about the
story.
truth, what we see and how we see it through our eyes. That's it. That's all we can do.
Yeah. So where do we begin?
Who
who does a child love more? In most cases, when you see these athletes on TV and they giving a shout outs to the parents, rarely do you hear them
love
say,
you, Mom.
Yeah, rarely do you hear them say, love you, Dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As if the nerve of them, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't have got here if it wasn't for our lust, whatever it was that got us excited.
If daddy 50%.
Yeah, I mean,
with half.
Just imagine if Mama Kudaberry smelled like her feet, you wouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, boy, yeah. So you gotta count your blessings.
You gotta count them.
The cup was half full that day.
Yeah, it was empty.
It was half full. The cup was empty.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Yeah. My granny told me a long time ago. She said, "Boy, look at a woman's feet first, you can tell a lot about a woman by her feet." And I didn't know what good. I thought she talking about their shoes or whatever, but you really can. You can tell a whole woman history by her feet.
If her feet ain't right, that box is gonna be wrong.
What?
Too.
I mean, think about it. You cannot clean that box and that feet not touch water, man. I mean,
and if you do,
she got to be hanging upside down. You
know what I'm talking about?
how is that possible? So
she didn't put her foot in the water.
Say, man, and that's embarrassing.
Be careful out there.
Man. I mean, that's a whole nother show. We're gonna get off.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show.
We're gonna get off in the hygiene that day. But today we're talking about these kids and the influence they have on these kids, these women have on their children. In my opinion, I think what happened is, and I'm guilty of this as well. As a child, I recall being that kid that felt like my glass was half empty and looking at all the things that I didn't have and I wished for, and not recognizing what I did have. So, when you become a parent, you remember those things and you try to provide those things to these offspring, to your children, but they don't recognize the sacrifice that we put in to give them those things. But along the way, we missed the whole football game because, they took prayer out of school, they took the ass whoopings out of the home. You know what I'm saying? You can't even touch your kid without having your lawyer present. You know what I'm saying? So it's a political thing now. They got the kids like in that story, Animal Farm. You ever read that book, Animal Farm, where they had the kids watching the parents?
Hey, the book of the week is Animal Farm.
Yeah,
they gonna bring up a book every damn week.
Yeah,
the book of the week is Animal Farm.
I think it was George Wells,
highly intelligent brother right there.
George Wells, yeah. He wrote a book, and the animals were taking over the farm, and the pigs was the Gestapo, and all the horses were the workers. Yeah. But long story short, they had the children watching the parents, so the parents really couldn't do nothing without being reported to the Gestapo. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. So my come up, bro. When I was coming up, I ain't gonna say I didn't have everything I wanted. I didn't have everything I wanted because kids, you what you get, you gonna want some more. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what
you gonna want some more. But I was able to get almost everything that I wanted, and if I couldn't get it from the parents, I'm gonna get it from somewhere. I'm gonna make it happen. Yeah, that's out of there. That speaker's out of there, baby.
And that's the plug right there.
Yeah, but is that the charger?
Yes, I think so. It's not.
I died.
Oh, okay.
So,
but you were saying you didn't have everything you wanted, but you had a lot.
I mean, I pretty much had everything that I had. I definitely had everything I needed, and a lot of the stuff that I wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I mean,
I remember I got in trouble about a bicycle when I was 13 because I had homeboys, man. We would clean them up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I did it, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was running with them, but my mama moved me right out the hood, bro, to Richardson. And then guess what? She went and bought me a bike that cost like $200. It's back in '89, bro.
Oh yeah.
But she Yeah, but she wanted me. She didn't want me to, she didn't want me going the wrong way, bro. So
Yeah.
her influence was, all right, let me get his focus off getting this nice bike and go buy him a brand new one, and now he can focus on
Did it
what
work?
he need.
Did
Yeah,
it work?
well, did it work? Let me see. I still had the mother bike, so it
So it
worked.
wasn't even so much so that you didn't want the bike. It was the bikes wasn't the issue. It was your friendship and camaraderie with the other boys
With the
that didn't have the
yeah,
bikes.
yeah, that did.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, no, the ringleader had a 2-story house. His daddy worked at the post office. His mom didn't do nothing.
So what
He had a car.
I mean,
we
so,
were just kids, bro.
Yeah,
Kids was kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
my mother had a big influence. You know what I'm saying? And most mothers do. I ain't gonna say all.
They all do.
I say most do. Some people don't have a good relationship with their mother.
Whether it's good or bad, they still have an influence. It's major, man, because the mother is the first connection to this world that even me as a child, you as any child, male or female, the mother is the first relationship that they have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't most children don't recognize their father till at least 18 to 24 months. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of mothers get pissed off because the first
2 years old?
before they recognize their dad.
Come on, bro. If I
Because
walk
they
in the
spend the
house,
majority of the time with the kids.
I know, bro. But if I walk in the house at 9 months, my baby gonna jump up. He might not know my name.
Right, but the point I'm making is, have you seen the experiment where both the parents stood in the middle of the screen and they put the child in the middle and they both took off running
and see which way to go?
See which way the baby goes.
Confused, right?
Yeah, but see, that's the whole thing. I mean, and that's where I think a lot of the negativity influence is coming in, because a lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women are forcing their children to decide who they love more, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like a contest for who gets the most love. You know what I'm saying? And then these children, it distorts their understanding.
That mother's love is just so natural, because like you say, because that connection that they have when they're in the womb and all of that.
That part,
that's hard to compete with. And I ain't never tried to compete with it. I just want my, you know what I'm saying? I want my 4 eggs on a mule. I just want, my respect, my recognition. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but like I said, we're gonna get off into the fathers next time. But the mother has 9-month head start with a relationship with the child, because a lot of people don't believe it. But when the child is being developed, the voice. I mean, have you ever been underwater? Yeah, have you ever been underwater and heard somebody trying to talk to you? Mm-hmm. You can't hear it, but you can feel the vibration.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can gain a connection from that.
Yeah, I mean, so imagine the baby inside the embryonic fluid and the mother's talking. So if she has a good pregnancy, that more likely that's gonna be a healthy, fit child. But if she has a bad pregnancy, you know what I'm saying? It all varies. So the child comes out. I mean, you got some kids that start off bad and end up good. You got some kids that start off good and end up bad.
That's true. You got some that start out bad and end up bad.
Yeah, and the other way around. So the thing what we're talking about is a mother's influence on the child. A lot of women don't recognize when to let their children go. You know what I mean? I mean, they, as long as the mother is alive, the child is always going to be a baby. Setting the mother 100 years old, baby, the child 75, that's her baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and maybe around the mother, that person feels like an infant. You know what I'm saying?
That's that nurturing value.
Yeah, but at some point you got to let that go, man. We're the only species
at some
that
point
does that.
At some point, yeah, it needs to be extended. Like I was talking to a friend the other day. I was like, going to college alone, gives let's say a daughter that tied to a mother, gives them that independence. You know what I'm saying?
Opportunity for it, yeah.
That opportunity to learn something, to get away from being just baby, because that baby and stuff, bro, with these grown kids. Not wanting your kid to go nowhere, not wanting them to go off to school because fear. You want them right here. You want them like baby boy. You know what I'm saying? You just want them right here.
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, and like, and the sad thing, I don't know how old Jody was supposed to be in that movie. We had to be pretty old because the little baby was about 4 or 5.
Yeah, Jody.
So he had to be about
24.
23,
yeah, Jody about 24.
So, my thing is this, tell you a little bit about my grandma. I grew up with a single mom. She passed away last year, as you know. But she did everything in her power to make sure that we didn't want for much. I mean, we didn't have everything that we probably thought we wanted, but everything we needed, we couldn't argue. It was there. We had it.
Right on.
You know, I had a car too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it wasn't because she just wanted me to have a car. I had a car because it was my mother, it was me, my little brother, and then my grandmother. So my grandmother pretty much raised us, and so I had the car so I, in case something happened to my grandmother, I could drive her to the hospital or whatnot. Because back then, you know, ambulances weren't coming to the hood like that. You know, they were taking their time. But anyway,
they gonna pull up slow.
yeah, they pull up when they want to.
Over there too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but anyway, she did what she did. You know what I'm saying. And for a long time, I fought against that because I wanted my daddy too. You know what I'm saying. And I think every kid wants both their parents so that they can understand who they are. You know what I'm saying. So I struggled with that for a long time. And then, you know, I don't know, some just, you know, because I had access to my father. And, you know, when I had an opportunity to speak to him, his answers just didn't jive with me. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't make sense. So I think with a lot of these kids, you know, the story has to make sense. If it don't make sense, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna be able to accept it. So that's when we go back to the mothers, you know, and giving these kids ideal of grandeur and delusion, and they think they can grow up like Cinderella and somebody on a white horse gonna swing through with a pocket full of money and a 12-inch Johnson and just gonna make everything right. You know what I'm saying?
That work in some scenarios.
I mean, but it's not reasonable. It's not feasible. I mean, because
not sustainable.
Yeah, because I mean, where the money come from? You know what I'm saying? And that's where we get off into a mother's influence because a lot of these children, male and female, it's all about money. You know what I'm saying? These little girls growing up, as long as a brother or any man has a pocket full of money, they're willing to accept whatever, you know, abuse comes with it. You know what I'm saying? They sell dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Called a B word.
Yeah, you get beat down. You know,
have to deal with
criminal
lifestyles.
Women. Yeah. So that comes from not having self-worth because their mothers teach them to focus on the money. So and right, I understand money is valuable and a popular resource, but that's not the only resource. You know, and so when we talk about a mother's influence, we're talking about, you know, if you know, just like
what they putting in them.
I mean
the morals.
Right, just like if you had to raise your daughter, you don't know anything about a menses. You know what I'm saying? You don't know anything about what it feels like to have cramps. It would be in your best interest to find as much as you can about it, or at least introduce that female child to somebody that does know. Give them the resources. And vice versa.
My job was to keep off the pole, boy.
Yeah. I mean, but what about the pipe? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he talked about the pole. You know what I'm saying? Or what about the blade? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
So and like we say, mother's influence is such a great power that if it's not used in the right way, it can be detrimental. It can be detrimental.
Yeah. So
that's but we do applaud all the women, all the mothers that are doing it right.
Yeah.
You know, we're not taking it from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But we provide a community service at this time.
Absolutely.
We trying to
PSA, public service.
Trying to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Do the right thing.
Truth. Yeah.
See, understand why these boys and these girls are going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, it's not totally your fault. No. Oh. But they have other influences that come in that you have to offset.
Yeah.
You got to come up with a way to offset. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Get them off their phone. Get them off the internet. Engage them verbally. You know, have a conversation.
Ask questions. Get in their business.
Yeah. I mean, they ain't running shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no privacy. You don't have no privacy till you start paying bills in my house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what that is. So when you start paying bills, you can close doors and
shout out to Miss Byrne. Miss Byrne, co-lady I work with, she retired, bro.
Yeah.
She took the doors off the rooms at the kid's house. Shout out to Breezy. Breezy, I'm sorry you had to go through that, baby girl.
Yeah.
But Miss Byrne took the doors off the door.
Yeah, she must have got annoyed some hanky.
No, not necessarily. She just want to be she controlling everything.
Yeah.
And the mother's influencing. Y'all not gonna be doing what you want to with these door closed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Breezy looked like she was a good child.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I applaud that because,
right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, kids gonna be kids and they curious. But when I was a kid, I remember my biggest, I guess desire was to be an adult. I don't know why I wanted to be an adult so bad, man. I wanted to be able to stay up as long as I wanted to. I want to be able to drive, especially I want to be able to have sex. I don't, but it is what it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And so that was my motivation as a kid to, to live long enough to be able to do those things. And then when I became of age, it was like, man,
You've been doing it a long time.
yeah,
Now, my
I'm
brother.
over this shit now.
Yeah. Now,
you know what I'm saying?
you want these bills to go away. I'm like that,
Hey,
bro.
I'm working on it.
I want to be 17 again.
You hear me? But I mean,
No,
only if I mean the youth and the vitality, man. You know what I'm saying?
So
I used to wake up with wood every morning.
Too much information.
So I'm just saying it was, you know what I'm saying? Just I used to dream like when the last time you had a dream, man?
A dream?
A dream in your sleep.
Oh, about 2 weeks ago, bro.
You dreamt something?
I was driving a dart bus.
Really? Was you good? Or
I was running from somebody, I think, bro. I had a dream like 3 days in a row a couple weeks ago, bro.
Well, you might be doing something right, man, because believe it or not, a lot of people don't dream.
I posted on Facebook. I had a dream.
Yeah.
A
lot of people don't even dream anymore.
When I was working out.
You was,
Yeah.
You know what
I stopped working out, no more dreaming. I'm through working out. I'm just going to have to do it the natural way.
I'm still on my fat boy session. I'm down 9 pounds. So, keep looking out for me, www. Speaking of, we want y'all to like, comment, and share our page. And we ain't gonna eat up all the time just running our mouths off. We want y'all to interact with us too. So
call in, chop it up with us.
Yeah, tell us what you think about what we're talking about. What's the number again, Mo?
214-729-4489.
Yeah, let
hit us up. 2Swallow podcast. We waiting on you.
Yeah, like, comment, and share our page. We doing anything for commercial?
Commercial?
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to. I'm just asking. Okay. We're gonna keep running it then. We're gonna run this thing up. We running the flow. Yeah.
Yeah. So, mother's influence is on a son.
Oh yeah, it's totally different. I mean, cause a son's first love is his mother. You know what I'm saying? Just like a daughter's first love supposed to be her father. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about the mom's influence here, and a lot of time, women take that dominance over the child, and they abuse that position, their authority. Like they won't have anybody else to have anything else to do with the child if it contradicts what the mother's interpretation is,
and that's real.
But that's not right though, because there's no African adverb saying it takes a village, and these women trying to take all the
glory. To be the village.
Yeah, they trying to take all the glory, and and that's not what that is. So especially with these little boys, you know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna come a time where they're gonna be able to stand over that woman, or them ass whooping is not gonna be as effective anymore, especially with little boy. Because I know
they don't even give ass whoopings no more.
They don't, but I'm just saying, like, that's what made me tougher. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a bookworm, like you pointed out. I enjoy reading. I enjoy creating things. I'm an artist. I like creating things, but growing up where I grew up at, I had to be a thug too, because niggas took softness as a weakness in my hood. So nigga came up to me in my face. It wasn't. We didn't have time for questions. We're gonna ask questions after the situation is over. You got in my range.
Get some furniture moving around.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what it was. So, but a lot of what I said that to say that those ass whoopings really just made me tougher for the street. So, but I appreciate my mama for that. I remember my last ass whooping to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I love her for that. May she rest in peace. But a woman's influence is so it's so epic. I mean, and women don't even realize, like, really and truly, like, how much, even though they don't physically control a relationship, they influence the relationship, and that influence is so epic. I mean, because it's really not a hard, especially if a guy really, really likes the woman, and we're not talking about just the pursuit of her body. I mean, because that's how you know if a man likes you. If you give a man if a woman gives a man her body and he comes back, he really likes you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so take that in consideration. I mean, you don't have to keep playing those games. Be real with yourself and be real with the people that you say you love, especially your children. Tell your kids you love them. I mean, they know you're working hard. They know you busting your butt. You know what I'm saying? But once you have kids, your personal life is kind of over. You know what I'm saying? Until them kids are able to take
It
care of
depends on what
themselves.
type of parent you are, what
That's
type
what
of
I'm
mother
saying.
you are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, but a lot of women out here trying to juggle everything, trying to have a career, trying to go to college, trying to have a social life and be a parent. You know, it's only 24 hours in the day, ladies. So if you divide 24 by 4, that's 6 hours. I mean, you know, that's really not a lot of time because that's not even including your drive time. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
stick to drive time there.
yeah, I mean, because
That's
you got
gonna
to
take
get to the
from
next lifestyle. You know what I'm talking about? Because they ain't
in
already.
between, in
Yeah,
between
you
those
got to
four.
get there. So
So that's taking
that's taken away from the
another
six
hour.
hours, yeah, at
Yeah,
least. So,
right.
and then that's not including your sleep. You know what I'm saying? So you got to divide that 24 by 5 now. So that's 4 hours.
But there's women out there that can do it. They do it.
Hey, I mean, if that's what you want, that's and they probably stress the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But if that's what you want to do, more power to you. I mean, but the priority should be the child. Now we understand the job is a necessity, but the job is a means to an end to take care of the child, not for you to exploit your personal lifestyle and and build up your profile on the book. You know what I'm saying? It's about you taking care of the child. So do what you're supposed to do. I mean, and if you don't want to have kids for those young ladies that don't have kids, it's a major responsibility. Don't let
Right out the
5 minutes of
door.
pleasure lead to a lifetime of pain. If you don't want to have kids,
That's
ensure
10, 11, 8.
that ensure that you protect yourself. You can ask young men to wear protection. I mean, you can go out and get your own personal protection, which I would advise. I always cover your own CYA, something that we learned in the military. You know what I'm saying? But and then on
So
top of that, you know, it's a matter of personal choice.
a mother's influence.
Yeah,
Can a woman raise a man?
yeah. You're looking at one.
I mean, I feel you. Because
Yeah,
I was in the single home myself.
yeah. I mean,
My
my
father,
father.
I knew my father. My father came around. My father was around. He had an influence on me as
Yeah,
well.
shout out to
But
pops.
but my mama, is who I had to listen to every
Yeah,
day. I remember when I got to high school,
you want
senior year, boy, I went to Paris for the summer to see my
you want to
daddy.
stay down there.
Boy, I came back home, mama. I want to move to Paris.
No, you don't.
Mama say, ain't no way I'll let you go through 11 years and then you think you could go down there and graduate. No, sir. So, you know what I'm
Yeah, she
saying?
wanted that
But
glory. I
but
mean,
but
rightfully so.
but I will say in the situation, my mother was the best influence for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you probably had a whole bunch of regrets.
Cause pops, pops
Yeah,
off the chain. You know what I'm saying? But he got morals and you know what
they
I'm
just
saying.
not the
But
same.
yeah, but he wouldn't have had that grip on me
Yeah,
like mama. Mama
yeah,
keep that grip on you
yeah.
as long as she know when to let it go a little bit. My mama didn't have a problem with me because I was trying to stay home. I was after I graduated high school. I had filled out, got accepted to Texas Tech, uh, some school in New Orleans, Xavier, and
Xavier,
Grambling, and Mama say you gotta go to school, bro.
you ain't had no choice.
I ain't no choice.
Well, that's a good
So
thing. I'm
I
glad.
said,
I'm glad you went. I would have never met you, fool.
I said,
Yeah, for real. That's why I met him, man, in college.
I already knew him, but I met him in college.
I would have never met you though if you hadn't been there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Well, you know,
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So I said, okay, I gotta go to school. I'm gonna go to Grambling and kick it. I
yeah.
went to Grambling and kick it. I'm talking about. Oh, we ain't talking about me, man. I was
Nah,
go
but
into
that's
some,
a mother's influence.
but yeah,
Tell your
she
story.
influenced me. I went
Yeah,
down
that's a
there
mother's
and
influence.
I was cool
She
in
encouraged
school.
you.
She
Her
encouraged me,
influence, yeah.
and nothing was given. I went through my first year of school without a car, staying on campus. But that summer after I went through my first year of school, I didn't learn how to live on my own,
Yeah,
depend on my own, meet friends, good friends, fake friends.
yeah,
My mama pushed me out there and influenced me to
yeah.
go learn all
His
that. And she
ass still
bought me a
can't cook,
car.
y'all.
She bought me a car in the summer, and that was my reward. So she didn't have to transport me back to school and back, bro. So you know what I'm
Really.
saying? That was a good influence. One
Shout
example
out
of
to
a good
Mama
insurance.
Bill.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
real
So
though.
yeah, I cook.
No, I'll just fuck with you, fool.
Not much, but I ain't
but
gonna starve.
But that's a positive example of a mother's influence, and we all know those negative examples.
So why did you go to Grambling?
Pretty much the same thing. Like I said, my mama was a hard work, man. She had me at an early age, man. She was 16 years old when she gave birth to me, so we really kind of grew up together. I'm the first of two, and she had my brother at 21. So my mother had to grow up without a father. My mother was a bastard child. Believe it or not, my grandmother had all her kids by the same man. It just happened. He happened to be married.
He was already married.
He was already married. So that's how she ended up moving to Texas. She had 4 kids with this dude, man. And my mother was the oldest. So they moved to Texas when she was like 14 years old. And she met my dad when she was 15 and, got pregnant and had me when she was 16. But how I ended up going to Grambling. All the way as far back as I can remember, man, she just kind of just daily reminded me, like, nigga, when you finish school, your ass got to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was always on my mind every day, you know what I'm saying? I better make the best of this shit, So school came kind of easy. I won't say I'm a savant, but, I was the type of kid, teacher gave you the answers.
It was easy for me.
Yeah, she gave you the answers in class. All you had to do was just regurgitate that shit on Friday. So when it came time to graduate from high school, I really didn't, I can't say that I actually learned anything in high school, but she gave me 3 choices. Go get a job, join the service, or go to college. You know what I'm saying? And if I chose to get a job, it was 6 months, and then I was out.
You got to move around.
Yeah.
Not 30.
Yeah.
At the crib.
Yeah, not 30. Yeah, you 18 in 6 months, nigga. You out here.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you need to, unless they just can't fend for themselves, you got to, mama, y'all got to push them babies so they can become their own person, so they can grow up, so they can learn life. But
so
like I say, we proud of you, but cut that string a little bit.
Got to, you know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, my mama didn't have no girls, man. So, but she taught us how to cook and clean and wash our clothes and make our beds and, clean house and everything, how to change oil. My mama taught me that, how to change tires, everything. Yeah.
Right.
My mama taught me all that.
There's some boys out here don't know how to change tires.
Hey, bless their hearts, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my tea lady was a gangster in these streets, man, and she made sure, you know what I'm saying, I earned my respect out here, and I think I did that, you know what I'm saying? So it came down to me graduating school. I really didn't want to go get a job because all my life I've been hearing, people applying for work and, getting rejected. You don't have enough education. You don't have enough work experience. So coming out of high school, I know I didn't have it, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to try to go get my degree, you know what I'm saying? It's something, when I finished school, computers were booming.
Yeah.
So I went to school.
CIS.
Yeah, I started out in CS.
Yeah.
Computer science, but that's another story. So I transferred to information systems and was trying to work my jelly, not realizing I'm building up this debt with these student loans,
Because you're chilling and trying to get up out of there.
So I'm building up these debt, kind of give you an idea like how I made the choices that I made. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's when I ran into you when Junior fell in love and moved in with his girlfriend Terry from New York. You know what I'm saying? I had to have
dog say, man, hey Patrick, Park hit me. Say, bro, you got a space, you got a place to stay over there, man. KG needs somewhere to stay. And I was sitting there thinking, KG, that's that cat that graduated with my brother. Yeah, he from the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on through. that boy, well, we might have a whole Grambling show in the thing. That boy get over there, student loans. If you know anything about Grambling, student loan was coming through
to the end of the semester.
Bro, I got you, man. I got you. Because our funds was tight back then, bro. I got you. Just wait. And, I'm cool. I've been knowing the boy. You know what I'm saying? He from the house.
Shout out to pork and beans and wings.
It was 2-3 months before he got his bills to pay, but he gave my money back. So, you know what I'm saying? We've been riding thick ever since.
Yeah, we took care of business.
Yeah. Rent one for $200.
Yeah. Hey, so when I finished with all, I really should have stayed and got my master's, but I was just really tired of being broke. So I came out. I had like $50,000, $48,000 worth of student loans.
Damn.
Yeah, because I paid my whole way. I was there for 5 years.
Yeah.
From 89 to 94. So, I got up out of there and decided to go in the military to try to pay them student loans back. That's what I did, and it worked out. Within the first 3 years, all my loans were paid off. And, I finished my...
took me 20.
Yeah, I paid them off, got married to my daughter's mother, tried to marry life. That didn't work, got out. Went to work at the post office, and the rest is history. So, my mom, she did that, you know what I'm saying? Because she always showed me that, you can take the easy road and pay later, or you can take the hard road and take it easy later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I kind of made my life choices. You know what I'm saying? It's always niggas think they can go out to the streets and just sell dope. But what about when you get sick, nigga? You know what I'm saying? And you got to go to the
Ain't nothing to fall
hospital.
back
You
on.
can't sell no dope to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So
Think about how hard it is to save money just in general, bro. You
you
know what I'm saying?
can't
Then you are
unless you buying
independent. Then
birds.
you're an independent contractor in these
Yeah,
streets.
yeah.
Contractor
Unless
in
you
these
buying
streets.
birds, and then you gotta look over your shoulder. I mean, you can't sleep. I mean, so that really
Yeah,
wasn't a life
so
for me, man. So my mama influenced that because I had type of mama, man. She was in my room, in my drawers. You know what I'm saying? Under my bed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no privacy.
hey, nah, my mama did all that.
Nah,
She
but
she
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 though,
had
where was I
the
gonna put the money? You hear me? She
No,
was in
I
my shit.
remember say, hey, this I'm an OG, so we going back to the cell to the house phones. So when
Yeah, I
we
had
got
my
in
own
trouble when we
phone.
were young, they'll come take the house phone, they'll unplug that boy from the wall. Mom come unplug that boy from the wall and take it and put it in her room.
I had my own
Hey,
phone. Me and my
think
brother
she
had
was
our own
stopping the
phone.
show. I had one of them little flat, sleek phones. I had it plugged behind the bed and under the pillow, boy.
Yeah.
She come bust that room, I just lay down, come from under the pillow, boy. You know what I'm saying? I did all kind of stuff when I was young, bro. My mama tried to keep me straight. You know what I'm saying?
She did. You did a good job with you,
yeah,
man.
she tried to keep me straight
She
because
did a good job.
I got good morals. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of kids
I was a risk
man.
taker. But what I didn't risk was leaving that house.
Yeah.
Anything I did, it was well when she was there. Now, summer, I remember one time, Mama told me, "Boy, don't you go outside. You're on punishment."
The whole summer.
This might have been just for a couple of weeks. How about this? When I stayed on Keys of Pope. How about she come home?
When you got busted with Jabato?
No, not that story. You remember the little electric football board?
Yeah.
I had the door open. I'm sitting in the door with the board on the porch, and my homeboy sit on the outside. I ain't outside, but I'm still playing my game.
Playing with your partner.
Yes, boy, she must got on me that day too, bro.
Yeah, you air conditioner on, fool.
Yeah, I'm running all that out. All that
trying to be smart, sleek in the can of but technically, mama, I ain't outside.
I wasn't.
Yeah, that's why you got your ass beat that day,
Yeah. No, I think she gave it benefit of the doubt because it was a technicality.
Oh, okay.
You know how like Cohen do?
Yeah.
Cohen be on it. He gonna get the loophole. He gonna get the loophole. Yeah. And I was big on loopholes. You know what I'm saying? So
that is your boy.
But no, that is your boy. But you know that influence.
Shout out to nephew Cohen.
That influence is something else, man.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I'm saying? So, like we were talking about in the beginning, the way they influence these young girls.
Yeah.
They
so over sexualize them. Yeah.
Big Mama 36. Mama 24, baby 12.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that cycle, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and usually when I hate to say it, when the mama on the pole, that baby gonna be on the pole.
Well, I think that all goes back to, like
I'm afraid of pole, bro.
Well, I mean, but the thing of it is like, like I said, I grew up in the heart of the hood, man. In a war zone. So, it's a lot of different directions my life could have went, you know what I'm saying? And
let's even be here.
Yeah, man, I know it, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, like, sometimes I lose control, you know what I'm saying? And, and it frightens me. That's the reason why, like, I don't really socialize with a lot of people because when that beast in me comes out, man, it's like I really don't have any control. You know what I'm saying? Like Frankenstein. Yeah, like Frankenstein, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type shit.
So shit.
But so the best way for me to do that is to not let people, get me into my emotions. So my mother taught me that too, cause like, I remember having plenty fights, niggas talking trash about my mama. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna have it. You know what I'm saying?
None of that.
None of that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat them words, partner. You know what I'm saying?
We finna get it too.
Yeah. So, but she got tired of coming up to the school. You know what I'm saying? Taking off from work. I mean, and she just talked intelligent to me, man, and told me why it didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because she was missing money, trying to keep me out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. One day it just registered, man. Like, this is my best friend. I mean, why would she tell me something wrong?
Bro, believe it or not, I was scared of my mom, bro. I didn't get in no.
It was never fear. I mean, it was more love than fear. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to embarrass her. You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't want nobody else gonna whoop me.
Well, I mean that too. I mean, well, my
I ain't gonna
grandmama
whoop
had
you.
access, but you know what I'm saying.
Granny used
Yeah,
to get them switches, boy.
yeah. Granny had access.
Granny make you go out on the porch and get your own switch.
Yeah, well, now
And
my
she one
granny,
swipe.
now my granny from the hood, nigga, whatever was close to it was, you know what I'm saying, high shoes, books, you know what I'm saying, antennas,
Anything.
anything, extension cords, anything that was within range, you know what I'm saying. And she wore them old high shoes with the little fur on top. She would, you know, she take that motherfucker off and throw it across the room like a boomerang. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
Granny had access.
I fixed my statement saying I was fearful of mom. I guess it was more of a respect, like kind of what you were leaning
Yeah,
toward.
you
More
revered
of a
her.
respect,
You
yeah,
revered her. Yeah.
because I mean, like I say, I did, you know, what I did, but she wasn't gonna find out about it. You know what I'm saying? And I never, you
Well, she
know,
probably did, just never told you. She knew.
no.
You think if
No,
she
no, no,
found out she was
no.
gonna bring it to you?
Every time we have a Christmas event or a family gathering, I always give one more thing that I did. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one more thing that I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like we said, riding the bike. We wasn't supposed to leave the neighborhood. We be all down the street. You know what I'm saying? And
Man.
we didn't understand the consequences of what the danger we were putting ourselves in by going somewhere. And Mama told you, stay right here. Come in when the lights on. All of that. You know what I'm saying? And
Man.
it means something. So kids, y'all need to listen to those mothers. They know
Yeah.
best.
I mean,
will say that they know best. Give them benefit of the doubt.
yeah.
Show some respect.
Yeah. And shout out to the kids. Recognize that your mother is not a super being. She makes mistakes. She's mortal. She's human. You know what I'm saying? You know, understand that she goes through things just like you kids are going through things.
And
But
she done lived.
mothers, this is my biggest thing. Stop trying to be friends with your kids. I mean, I understand
Man.
you want to have a friendly conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? You want them to be able to trust you with stuff. You know, that's different, but you don't have to be friends and let them be disrespectful and disobedient and, you know, because you want them to, you know, if that's what you got to sacrifice to maintain that respect, you know, I say, you know, again, you women don't recognize it's a book called The Art of Seduction. You should really get off into it by Robert Greene, The Art of Seduction. I know you want to point out the books. You know
Another book.
Another book.
Hey,
yeah.
Mike Epps say, what about that mama and daughter first jump off? Hey, man, I tried to put that bitch between the wash and the dry. He tried to knock her ass between the wash and the dry. He said that daughter gonna try. That daughter gonna try that mama, boy. I mean, it's gonna happen when she about 16.
Yeah. My granny used to say that because, you know, like I said, I grew up in, you know, I'm a 70s baby, so I grew up in the crack era. You know, I remember when it hit the streets. You know, we got one in my family. Actually, we had a couple in my family. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody got a fiend in their family, and you know, my grandmother's youngest child. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm gonna say. You know, she
anybody know who that is?
Yeah, they know who that is, you know what I'm saying? I still got love. Shout out to her, to my auntie, you know what I'm saying? So,
boy, you off the chain.
But it is what it is though, you know what I'm saying? And you know, so we had to live with that in our home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, but like I said, I grew up in a home full of women, man. So, you know, that's why I like, you know, a lot of the stuff that we talk about, you know, it blows my mind.
It didn't make you soft.
No, how? You know what I'm saying? Because I recognize the God in me. That's the difference. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when I, you know, as a kid, when you recognize, like I said, I was one of those kids that saw my glasses half full. So the only thing I noticed as a kid was what I didn't have. But it wasn't until I matured that I realized what I did have. I mean,
you know, and what I'm saying with a mother raising a son,
that's what taught me that.
There are some traits or some mannerisms that, you know, you can find in men raised by women sometimes.
Such as?
Not you.
No, I'm just saying, give us some ideas. What we talking about?
Some men understand the sensitivity or how sensitive a woman is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in tune with my feminine side, my nigga.
You in tune with your feminine side?
Yeah, I'm sensitive to a woman's need. I just don't accept. I don't accept. See, it's the difference between stupidity and ignorance. Ignorance is involuntary. Stupidity is voluntary. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, right. You know, a woman has a role just like a man has a role. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just like a car has its purpose, versus a truck. A truck has a different purpose. They both vehicles, you know what I'm
And
saying, but they
they do the
both
same
serve
thing,
different
but they
purposes. Yeah.
they have the capacity to do
So,
different things.
yeah, so, again, my mother didn't have no sons, but at the same time,
Huh?
she refused. I mean, she didn't have no girls. I'm sorry. She didn't have no daughters. So,
Alert.
yeah, whatever. She refused to allow,
She focused on raising a man.
putting role models in front of us. Yeah.
All right, I got an
You know what I'm
example.
saying?
I got a great example.
Yeah, she didn't have no daughters.
I have a friend that is a single mother raising her son. This lady say she don't even wear makeup. She trying to make sure that boy, you know what I'm saying, don't get the sensitive part of being raised by a woman. She's talking about I put on boy clothes. I don't wear makeup. You know what I'm saying? Unless
it
going
ain't got
out.
nothing to do with what she do. My mother really didn't wear makeup either. But the thing of it is that you just it's just like indoctrination. Like kids, they don't really know. Like a baby boy and a baby girl, they don't know that they different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just know
they
that
are
that's
the
another
same.
baby.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
But it's not until when they start to grow that they recognize the difference. Those same two kids playing at the playground, both of them fall off the swing or the
And
slide.
get hurt the same way.
Yeah, they get hurt the same way, but they run over to the little girl. Oh, you okay? Let me kiss your boo boo. The little boy, they like, get up, dust yourself out, knock it off. You be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's go there.
Yeah,
The
let's go there.
women,
That's
the
what the
women
show
don't.
about. I'm just saying that a lot of
I
women
mean, the
did.
women do. The women do the boys
Yeah.
and the girls same. You saying that the woman do the little girl like that? The women do the little boys like that too, and
That's what
this
sent
ain't
them
this
down the
ain't
wrong.
this ain't for this show.
That's-
But I don't
yeah.
like that. Next week we gonna
This
talk
is
about
for
that.
this show. That's what we're talking about. Because at the end of the day, the women.
That influence is
Yeah.
one influence that I don't like.
Okay, but see, that's what I'm saying. Because my mom, she wasn't. I mean, let me put it like this. My mom was too busy working to provide for the household, so she wasn't available to go to football games and track events and basketball games and
Right.
you know what I'm saying. I mean, and naturally as a kid, I noticed my mom wasn't there, but I knew what she was doing. You feel me? So it wasn't. I didn't feel any type of way because she wasn't there. A lot of these kids feel some type of way because their parents not there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they making excuses for the parents, but at the end of the day, it's about surviving this thing called life. You know what I'm saying? And it's a one-way trip. You know what I'm saying? There's no do-overs. You know what I'm saying? You don't get a second chance, like they say, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So you know what I'm saying?
But they say you can start over and make a new ending, my brother.
I mean, who said that?
That's what they say.
How do you do that? How do you start over and make a new ending?
Get your new Social Security card. I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, but
I mean-
today is the first day of the rest of your life, bro. So if I decide today
That's true.
I want to change where I work at, where I live, I can start over and start on a new journey.
You're not starting over. You're taking a different direction. You didn't start over. Starting over is going all the way back to the beginning.
Benjamin Button.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's starting over. You're taking a different direction. I mean, and that's a matter of philosophy, but that's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about the influence because the influence your mom gave you, she forced you to make hard decisions that you never would think about. Now that you're in a position to have that experience.
I didn't realize I was
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
so,
it was from, go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. So now that you're in a position where you find yourself in a hard position, you know how to evaluate that situation, like how we transition from high school to college, just like how we transition from college to the workforce. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get lost. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids, because they spend so much time being kids, because their mothers keep, oh, he's just a baby. You 32 years old. Oh, he's just a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they gonna be an adult? You know what I'm saying? So in my book, like with my mom, 18 plus 6 months, nigga. That was it.
It's like a child falling down.
Yeah, you got to get up.
Let them get up. Let them pick themselves up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't learn on, you learn through lessons, trials and tribulations.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's like I say, that's how when I went to Grambling, because my mother influenced me to go.
Yeah.
Well, she influenced me to go to school. I'm not gonna say Grambling, but shout out to Grambling State University.
Shout out to the Gram.
I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? Had she not influenced me, I would have been at the house, probably with a regular job,
Like I said, like, we never
in
would
the
have met.
streets. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to think about what my life would be like if you wasn't a part of it, my nigga. You my nigga, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, love you, dog.
Love you too. Yeah, so I can't imagine doing this show with nobody else, dog. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you had never came to Graham, I wouldn't be on this show. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be having this podcast, sharing all this valuable information out there with the www. Like, comment, and share our page, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? We need to pay some bills. You know, we need y'all to share our page. You know what I'm saying? We on the Be Humble, Stay Humble network. And the name of our podcast is Too Hard to Swallow Podcast. You know, and we just sharing with y'all our own experience. So, like I said, you know, some people gonna get it, some people ain't gonna get it. Some people gonna be offended, some people gonna be inspired, you know. And these just regular conversations we be having at the house. I roll me up an L, you know what I'm saying? This boy think I be tripping. But I be on some for real though. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I believe this news that y'all can use, you know what I'm saying? Even if it just help one person, you know what I'm saying? We did what we came to do.
Yeah, bro. You be pretty deep. It's bigger than Nino Brown. Somebody else
you know
need to hear this shit.
Yeah, I mean,
So
even if we just have one person, and then I got to thinking, I'm like, you know, this is the perfect way to, because I always wanted to be immortal. Say, this is how I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what happened, I'm gonna be in the cloud for the rest of the life. You know what I'm saying? This pretty gorgeous chocolate drop of a face is gonna be on TV forever.
Something you said, right, is gonna stick with somebody.
Yeah,
and they can go back and watch it.
Yeah, the Mexicans gonna be like, who is that pretty black ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? That's KG, the bigger figure, the grizzly silverback. You know what I'm saying?
Because he put it in your hole.
Left a stain on your brain, something for you to maintain as you travel and traverse this thing we call life. It's a one-way ticket. Anybody can get it, like my boy Trey Niner say. You know what I'm saying? We all, you know, striving for the same thing. We all just want to be happy, and that's what that's what these kids are supposed to be about. A lot of people just having sex trophies, and what I mean by that is they just having sex, and these kids are a byproduct of that. No longer are people, you know, laying down with each other and say, let's make a baby. They just trying to bust nuts. You know what I'm saying? But these kids are coming out, you know what I'm saying? And they pissed off because
the kids.
Because you weren't prepared for them. Ain't no cereal in the kitchen. Ain't no milk in the kitchen. I know y'all think I'm tripping, but that's what it is. Stop letting your kids drink milk. That's why they nose so snotty. You know what I'm saying? Clean their systems out. You know, teach them how to take care of their bodies.
It's in the milk.
Yeah, it's the milk. You know what I'm saying? The cheese.
Don't go to McDonald's. Don't drink milk.
Don't go to McDonald's.
Dr. Sebi.
Yeah, Dr. Sebi. Don't drink nothing with different color juices. Because, you know what I'm saying? The dye is what's activating all these diseases in the body. You know what I'm saying? Teach them how to take care of their bodies. Teach them how to take care of their minds. Teach them how to cultivate their spirit. A lot of people don't even know what the fruits of the spirit is. You know what the fruits of the spirit is? Love, peace, joy, patience, faithfulness, goodness, long suffering. A lot of people don't, and long suffering means that we all gonna go through it. That's all long suffering means. You not if you're doing the right thing, expect bad things to happen. You know what I'm saying? If you doing what you're supposed to do, the devil is busy. He looking for you. That's why he walked this earth back and forth looking for people trying to live a good life. So if you're going through it, you're doing something right. Because if you weren't going through it, that means you're doing what he wants you to do. So you women out there that are struggling, just chill out. Sit down and relax and take a moment for yourself and just try to get a grip on your life. These kids is not the problem. The fact that you chose their daddies and their daddies not helping y'all, we're going to talk about the daddies next time. But we talking about you mamas right now. You mamas chose these niggas. You took them drawers off for them niggas. So it ain't these kids' fault. Don't be mad at that baby because he look like your daddy.
On a tangent right now.
Yeah, don't be mad at the baby because he look like the daddy or she act like her daddy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my baby. You know what I'm saying? Daddy love you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my grandbaby Mary. Daddy love you too. Granddaddy love you too. You know, but it is what it is.
My baby girl. Yeah. My mama's birthday was last week. My baby girl, she's 25. She sent my mama a bouquet of edible.
Yeah.
And my mama sent me Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers coming up this weekend. My mama say, look what your daughter sent me. I said, yeah, mama, my daughter didn't grow up to be a caring, responsible young lady. She got 3 babies under the age of 5. and she handled her business.
But you
Shout
know
out to my
what?
baby. She
You know what?
proud
Shout
of
out to
her.
my niece. You know what? Because even though their daddy ain't doing what he's supposed to do, they all got the same daddy. That's big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah,
ain't
same
got,
daddy.
you know what I'm saying, 4, 5 baby daddies, you know what I'm saying? And she ain't trying to pop game on nobody, giving up the box to somebody then claiming they the daddy. She did, she made her mistakes and she owned all of them. You know what I'm saying? And obviously she loved that food. I know you got, you know what I'm saying? And we don't talk
Next
about
week.
it. Yeah.
Next show.
Yeah, we gonna get on his ass next time, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But she doing her thing. Shout out to my niece, to Kyrie and all my great nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? We love you.
yeah.
Keep up the good work, baby. We love you out there. So
For real.
y'all call in and tell us what y'all think about what we got to say, cause I know we've been running our mouth, but we want to hear
we
what y'all got to
55
say.
minutes in, my brother.
Yeah.
So
We got
you know what I'm
5
saying?
minutes. Let
We
us
got
know what you
5
think.
minutes.
The www, like, comment, and share our page. You know what I'm saying? We ready to hear what y'all got to say. How y'all feel about what we talking about today? The number is 214. What is that? 729
4489.
4489. Call in and let us know what you think.
4489.
We waiting to hear from you.
Next show coming up in a couple of weeks. Y'all gonna love this one.
Yeah. Well, what we gonna call it? Daddy know best. Deadbeat dads. I bet to the women
baby daddy or
baby daddy
father.
drama. Baby daddy drama.
Baby daddy or father. Or
Yeah.
daddy. Something. Baby daddy or father. Is he there?
Our Father who art in heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Is nigga home? Do he come home?
I mean, because a lot, like I say, the same mistakes that a lot of these women make, Yeah, Papa, I like that. Come on, Shay.
Was Papa a Rolling Stone?
You know what I'm saying?
Was Papa
Everywhere he
Rolling
lay his
Stone?
hat was his home. You hear me? A little bit of
saying?
James Brown for you young folks that don't know what good music sound like. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. So we're going to talk about the fathers on our next show. And like I said, we hope we didn't step on nobody's toes. But if we did, you needed to hear that. This is a PSA. This is coming from a male perspective. You don't have to go out there and get those BBLs and augmentation, breast augmentation, and lip injection. Real men don't care about that. It's your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can you keep the house clean? Can you cook up a meal out of nothing? You know what I'm saying?
We got to clap.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
I saw a post yesterday said never in life have a man say, "Baby, I can't fool with you. Our eyelashes ain't long enough." That ain't happening.
Yeah, you know what
I'm saying? And my boy said, long as enough to keep it off the bed, you don't need.
Shout out to
Gill Strap.
Happy
birthday yesterday, Gill Strap. You know what I'm saying? For real,
Just keep it off the bed. You know what I'm talking about? So, like I said, and if you don't have any, brothers or uncles or father influences in your life, consider us those people. Call up here and we'll talk about it. Yeah, what?
Okay, your aunt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Uncle Grizzly back.
Uncle Grizzly back. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I answer all that. Just don't call me anything. Just don't call me late for dinner. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we here for y'all. Party. Yeah, we here for y'all. That's the whole reason why we made this show. We named it the way we named it. I mean, a lot of people take it in a sexual innuendo, and that's, it's kind of a play on words, but that's not what we meant,
For shock factor.
Yeah, we really wanted to, because the truth is hard to swallow, and that's why we named the show what we named it. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't take it like this is a sexual oriented show. We just really just spitting out facts from a male perspective. I mean, we from North Texas, I'm born and raised here in North Texas. He from North Texas and East Texas. You know what I'm saying? So, this is just from our part of the globe. We know it's going down all over the world. You know what I'm saying? It might be happening different, but you can still reach out. We just one big family, and we just want to make it. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to make the best of what we have. So, share with us, what you got going on. Help us to help you. You know what I'm saying? So out there in the www, like, comment, and share our page, man. I mean, quit being a hater. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to be great. You know what I'm saying? And we need you to help us be great.
And with that being said, this concludes Too Hard to Swallow, the podcast. I'm Mo the Magnificent.
KG the Grizzly Silverback.
He does it to your ear hole.
All the time, leave a stain on your brain.
I do it to your billfold. You hear me? Let's get up out of here.
Peace.
Until next time.